right, so at the close of the C block there, you guys are going to grade your commissioner, and that'll be the show. Let's head over to the stage.
Now, here was the thing.
That
Last week
close-up,
I said,
though.
because we're now at the part of the season where the experts are taking on the celebrities, and I didn't want any of our experts losing their focus, so I laid down a challenge that, of course, myself was involved in. And anybody from the expert side who, don't shake your head, whoever lost to a celebrity had to wear a sumo suit. Graham Barfield is fulfilling his obligation today.
Yeah.
Marcus Grant,
We'll
Did
get
you
you,
win
Marcus.
this
we will get you. Oh, of course I won. I'm 6-1. Like,
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered
Who'd you
because
lose
he
to?
wasn't going to wear the sumo suit if he didn't
Listen,
win.
I lost to you in week one. I'm not ducking that at all. Let's take a look at the scores and standings, if we can. Or were we doing the lower? No, there they are. Fantasy League One. Our highest
look at that
score
win
of the week.
over the
Taylor
Melton
B,
Knights.
the fantasy footballers.
Ow!
And of course, there's me. Hollywood Inc. knocks out the Oracle, Iris West
Give her
herself.
second loss.
And then bringing shame to the expert side, Graham Barfield's B team, MG. You know what? At least you lost gloriously. Who are we going to say is the valedictorian this season? Is it Christian McCaffrey, Chris Godwin? This is where we'll put Chris Godwin. Or is it the Patriots defense? Who are you going with?
Pat Stee, come on.
What? The
wow,
Patriots
I'm shocked.
defense?
I don't know. I would go McCaffrey or Patriots defense.
Yeah.
I know, but there can be
Patriots
only
defense
one.
putting up
We're
historic
going
numbers, but
Highlander
so
now.
is-
There can be only one.
I can't choose one.
You got to.
You
It's
have
Pat
to
Stee.
choose
Look
one.
at the Pat Stee. The Pat
That's
Stee
the
is
whole point of this, is
unstoppable.
pick one.
They are elite. I mean,
Elite.
the first time that they did this season, everyone was like, "Whoa, that was crazy. That's never going to happen again." And then it happens again and again and again and again. Look at last night versus the Jets.
I
mean, I
agree.
know it's the Jets, and there
But
were
I'm gonna
ghosts on the
I'm
field.
gonna make an
They're
argument
seeing
for
ghosts.
Christian McCaffrey. Defenses have known the Panthers' offense is not very spread out. They all know to zone in and zero in on Christian McCaffrey, and he has still managed to put up numbers that, Graham, you were talking about it in your cold open the other week, are on pace to be the best ever.
Yeah, he is on pace to have one of the best fantasy seasons ever. I do think it's McCaffrey just because most of the other fantasy running backs, like he has like a 10 to 14 point advantage over the RB10 this year. So if you've had McCaffrey, you've essentially been outscoring the 10th best running back by like over 14 to 15 fantasy points per game. For that reason, I think he's the MVP, but I mean, Pat's defense.
I know.
That's
It is,
maybe
yeah.
one of the most valuable fantasy picks of all time.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some mid-season superlatives, and let's start with Taylor.
Okay.
Do you remember what yours was?
I do, because you probably made these up and decided to give me biggest flirt.
Maybe.
Is it because I'm so sweet to you?
Could be.
Cool.
So who are you handing that award out to?
The tension is palpable.
Palpable. I'm going to give the biggest flirt award, unfortunately, to Le'Veon Bell. He
Okay.
was taken off of most draft boards around number 5. So in the first round, the 5th overall pick, he hasn't been performing to that 5th overall pick level. He's at 11. He just hasn't been as efficient, as good as we expected him or wanted him to be. I'm not going to blame it all on him. I think that his offensive line has been a struggle. He doesn't really have much help in terms of blocking, but you'd have to put him in that biggest flirt category. Lev Bell, stop teasing us.
His usage has been fantastic, right? It's just that there's not been
There's
not been
no
the
help
production
around him.
You can't contain it, Adam.
I know you're trying to talk with your hands, and you want to make a point,
I
but you got to
can't move
stay
my
still to be like, he's been on the field 92% of the time. Yes, I'm sorry. I know that I cut you off, but I have to, because we're going to move on to Ricky Hollywood. A party starter yourself,
Yes.
but who has been the life of the party in fantasy?
Well, I'm going to go with Dalvin Cook,
Nice.
which I think he's been the life of the
Music
party.
to
If
my
you have
ears.
him, you're partying. Promise.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
Taylor, tell him. No. Dalvin Cook's been awesome. He's tied with Aaron Jones for most rushing touchdowns, which is leading in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He's leading the NFL in rushing yards. I mean, he's taken off.
No, every week he's been such a success. There was one week where he was off, and I think that was against the Bears, if I can remember correctly.
But he
which
got a
was
touchdown
tough
in that
week.
game, though.
Yeah.
He did get a
That's the thing.
touchdown.
He's
Yeah,
gotten
wasn't
a
it?
touchdown pretty much in every game. He's been my workhorse. We expected him to be.
Right.
This is always the
top
thing with
back.
Dalvin Cook, right? We've always known he's very talented.
Capable.
He's very capable
We just
of
weren't
being
injured.
this,
He
but
was
he's
so
just not been able to stay
injury-prone.
healthy. That's been the biggest problem. And now that he's healthy, he's balling out.
And with that new offense where they're wanting to run the ball more, granted they've passed and spread it out a little bit more recently, but they've still gotten Dalvin Cook so heavily involved every single game.
It's funny, too, because a lot of people picked Alexander Madison in drafts because of Dalvin Cook's injury history, being like, at some point, this guy's going to
Yeah.
be good. And now I see him all over the waiver wire. And so that's not working out. So congratulations to the life of the party, Dalvin Cook. For me, I'm going to do most changed, and I'm going to do a pair of teammates. And I'm going to go with Gardner Minshew, and I'm going to go with DJ Chark. Because when this season started, all the hype was
Why do you get
around
two?
Nick Foles because I'm the commissioner. And you know what?
Makes
Gardner
sense.
Minshew was a rookie with a wispy mustache who played in a gimmicky offense up at Washington State, and
Like
now
you.
he took over the league as a superstar. And DJ Chark was somebody who we loved talent-wise. He was a standout. We thought he was another great wide receiver from LSU who could go out, although that was that's D.D. Westbrook right there. Whatever. But once Gardner Minshew took over as quarterback of this team, he really decided, DJ Chark is my jam. That's my dude. That's who I'm going to be going to an awful lot, and has made DJ Chark a viable option all over. And this was somebody that you picked up off both these guys, waiver wire pickups, and you have to wonder what's going to happen with the Jags moving forward. Are they going to stick with Gardner Minshew, even though they gave all that money to Nick Foles? It's an interesting situation, similar to what the Carolina Panthers are going to be doing as well
Yeah.
with Kyle Allen. All right, let's
Trade
go to
deadline's approaching.
It is.
Think
It is
any of these
approaching.
quarterbacks will get shuffled around anywhere?
Cam
Very well
Newton,
could.
Bears quarterback.
Anything
Anyways,
can happen.
what about you? You're going to do most likely to succeed. Who is your pick?
Right, most likely to succeed for the rest of the season. We're looking forward here, and I think it's going to be Hunter Henry. The tight end position has just been absolutely garbage for fantasy, but Hunter
Garbage.
Henry is finally going to come back and save us all from
Trash
it.
juice.
In his 3 games this year, he missed a month due to the knee injury there, but in his 3 games this season, the Chargers have basically used Henry as a wide receiver. He leads all tight ends in average depth of target downfield, so that's how far the ball travels in the air downfield. And when the Chargers are using him as a receiver, they're splitting him out wide in the slot, getting him involved out wide, and kind of letting him run against these cornerbacks where he has mismatches. And for that reason, he just has so much upside. Maybe outside of
does.
Travis Kelce, maybe outside of Travis Kelce, only Hunter Henry has more upside.
Thank you for
does.
holding it
And
together,
I
because again, I'm
did
going to make
drop
you. I keep
him.
making you break. I shouldn't even look at you. By the way, 3 most likely not to wear a sumo suit. That's what was voted on by the fans over there. But now the people who are on the panel right now, on the dais, it is time to receive your
Next
grades.
week, Willie will be sitting on
We
this
see-
table.
I'm gonna
just be
wait.
here.
I want to wait and open my grade at home.
No. We're going to do it
Oh, my
right
mom's
here,
not
gonna
how
do
right
this
my
works,
now.
Taylor.
This is
reports.
the way
Yeah,
it works.
No, that's the way I'm gonna do it.
Graham Barfield.
I don't want to hear this.
F.
Yep.
F.
Adam,
Because look, he's wearing a sumo suit.
Okay.
He
That's fair.
couldn't beat Kane Brown.
I haven't played Kane
NFL
Brown just
Fantasy
yet.
League One version of the Miami Dolphins. How are you doing this to us? You are the future of NFL. Listen, I'm the Tom Brady. I'm on my way out. I'm gonna try to get a couple more
That's for sure.
championships
You
before
can
they
say
show
that
me the
again.
door and send me to Chicago.
Okay.
You are the future. You're the Garoppolo. You're supposed to
Ugh.
carry this franchise.
First of all, Tom Brady is never
Please don't
retiring, so
ever. don't compare him
we
to
all
Jimmy.
know Brady's playing till he's 50. But,
Maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
You would love that.
I would love it.
Yeah,
That would be great,
It's
yeah.
been a brutal year. Honestly, I deserve the F because not only did I have a bad draft, Devontae Adams has gotten hurt, Tyreek Hill got hurt, George Kittle was disappointing to start the year, Deshaun Watson
lot
has
of
been up and
excuses.
down. Yeah.
Excuse making. F.
Well, it's a bad team. It's a bad
My
team.
dog ate my homework too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But Graham, brighter days are ahead for you at some point. I mean, not these days.
At some point.
other
There's
days.
nowhere to go but
way
up.
down the road. Taylor Bisciotti.
I wanted to open mine at home. My mom
Nope,
wants
nope,
to
nope.
help open it.
We are going to do it right now. And Taylor, you get a solid B.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
Yeah, solid B. You know what? Honestly,
Oh, you're
if you
being
look,
nice.
I'm
Wow.
not being nice. I'm being objective
you.
and fair.
Thank you.
And here's the thing. The thing that would impress me the most about your team is the way you drafted, especially at the running back position, Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, and Nick Chubb. I believe those were your first 3 picks.
Tell me more.
Dalvin Cook, again, with the the risk of, his injury history, you still went out there and made that
I did.
happen. And it's not like you're just resting on a team that you drafted well. You've also made some pretty good
I took
moves on
risks,
the waiver wire
took
as well.
chances.
DJ Chark, we talked about earlier in the show. You picked him
Blood,
up. He's
sweat,
a
and
solid.
tears.
He's a solid wide receiver 1. And so I think this team overall is pretty good. And you're going to be you're in the mix.
The only thing that holds you back from getting an A is
Tears.
dropping Hunter Henry.
That's the thing.
That's the only thing that drops you down a letter grade, I think.
You're right. You're right.
Gotta
everything
admit,
else,
I-
your management
I
has been
felt
great.
Lost, isolated, insecure, alone. I didn't know what to do. I thought another injury was coming. I thought, I can't trust you. I just can't do it. You've proven to get injured every year. And so I let my emotions get the best of me. That's what happens when you're in high school.
And eventually it could end up, who knows? We'll see how it ends up at the end of the year. But right now, solid progress. It leads us to, though, Ricky Hollywood.
Here I am.
Ricky Hollywood.
Well, she
Her
took so much
grade,
time off. You dock her a little bit.
She was truant a little bit, so we
Shout
might
out
have
to
to get
Kimmy,
her.
stepped in for Hollywood Inc.
But Ricky Hollywood, you get an A+. She really does. Again,
Yeah.
this was
I do.
honestly on the strength of the Dak Prescott. I thought that was an absolutely brilliant pick.
Thank you.
You made. I like that you stacked Andrew Luck and T.Y. Hilton. I thought that was a pretty good strategy going in, and it could pay. And you know what? T.Y. Hilton is still doing really well because
Doing
you
great.
did not panic when Jacoby Brissett took over. You made the point that, listen, Jacoby Brissett has now had an opportunity to work with the ones for a full offseason. Going up with a brand new coach, Frank Reich, this was a different situation that he walked in 2017. So I really think that you put together a solid roster. And the losses that you have are close ones where you're getting into the 120s and losing. And so every week you're a top
What
scorer.
about Kareem Hunt and Golden Tate on my bench? How do
But
you
know what?
I
How do you
beat
feel about
Hollywood.
I beat Hollywood too for one of my only
Plus-
wins.
I was
Plus-
out of the country.
You know what though? But
Oh,
she
that's
beat-
what you're blaming it
plus
on?
she's the only person that beat me. And what were we going to do next? Grade your commissioner. I don't think we have time for grading the
I'll take this
commissioner.
one.
Wait,
I've got
wait,
this
wait.
one.
Everybody, Thursday afternoon, we're going to have
Cheating
another.
is an automatic expulsion in my book, and if we can recall the draft,
What is happening?
this was cheating, where
What was
I was
cheating?
supposed to have Travis Kelce as my tight end, and I would have had.
What? I still don't see the problem. Al Riveron called in and said,
Really?
no, that was
Really?
inadvertent contact.
Yeah.
Inadvertent
Cheating
contact.
is an automatic expulsion with incomplete and a failure
You
grade.
took a swing at me. Did you see that?
What?
She straight up took a swing at me. You should have been expelled from the league right there.
you're giving him
Just
an
like
F?
I'm giving him an F. Adam, I love you. We've come a long way. I couldn't look at you for a while. I couldn't speak to you. I feel better about our relationship where we stand right now, but you need to learn the lesson that you cannot cheat.
I did not cheat, and I think that the video backs that up. Anybody else want to weigh in?
I am going to give you an A-.
That's because she gave you. You guys are in cahoots over here.
Whatever.
Well, I think Rank
cahoots.
does a very good job of keeping us laughing, keeping us fun. You beat the fantasy footballers. That's all I really care about. And also, you retweet me a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
So that means something to me.
Graham,
As Taylor's
I
now
put-
trying to redeem
I put you in
Slam me
I put
in
you in
the
a
face.
sumo suit, so I don't know if I should ask for your grade.
I'll give you an A though. Your team is
Thank you.
awesome, dude. Yeah, you've got a
You
great
guys
team.
are harder with these mic
You're
packs
loaded
on.
That's so sweet.
with great receiver plays, good running backs. Drafted
Oh!
Lamar Lake.
Oh, see?
I've lost it. I've lost all
would've-
my magic.
I would have given you Travis Kelce if you'd been able to
Oh, really?
continue that through the end of the show, but unfortunately you dropped it. Hey, join us on Thursday night before that Vikings-Redskins game. We will break that
game
down.
of the
We'll have some
century.
other fun stuff going on. This is Fantasy League One. Be sure to catch us on the all-new NFL Fantasy app. And until that
Vote
time,
if you think that we should
will
keep him in a
be
sumo suit.
happy
No.
chatting. See you on Thursday.
Sumo